Hello, and welcome. Guess what? We made it to Monday. Happy Monday. I want to do something really quickly. We're going to be spending a little bit of time together, not too awfully long, because I know everyone is still getting in the groove of the week after the weekend. But today I'm going to be talking to you about the magic of being unapologetic about rest and recovery. So I'm really excited to bring that to you. And let's do a couple of housekeeping tips and then move right into this. So the first thing is if you know someone that needs this message, please tag them. I'm sure there are plenty of people that do, because we're all trying to figure out this, how to be rested, how to feel like we're recovering, how to get re-energized. It is a challenge. It's a struggle we're all dealing with. The next thing, if you know someone that needs this, please share. Sharing is caring. The last thing is if you're watching it later, don't even worry about it. Just hit hashtag replay in the comments. Just stick it in there. Let me know you were here. Let me know where you're watching from, and we are about to make this happen. So I am your host, Dr. Erica, Harvard-trained double board certified psychiatrist and integrative lifestyle coach. I'm extremely passionate about helping people be better so they could do better and live better. I do that through my adult telepsychiatry, my books, and my speaking. One of my superpowers is making mental health practical. I do that so you can get the life that you were created for. Because who doesn't want that life? I don't know about you. I want that life. Do you want that life? So today we're going to be talking about the magic of being unapologetic. You might be like, why are we talking about this? Well, there are all these conversations going on, and I know you're constantly hearing about you need to get some rest, you need to get enough sleep, you need to take time for yourself, you need to breathe, work out, do yoga, all these things that people are telling you you need to do. And a lot of times the reason we're talking about all of these things are there is value in rest and restoration. And there are ways that we rest that is just turning everything off, like sleeping, or other active things such as meditation, yoga, or even stopping to do something fun because you just need a break. But there are lots of different ways that sometimes we have to break to get some rest and to restore. And one of the challenges, and really one of the myths that they tell all of us, is that you can just rest. Just rest. It's all going to work out. And what happens when people tell you, just rest, you got this, you just get rest? Well, most people are very busy adulting between their families, work, personal obligations, community obligations. It's hard to just shut off and stop, because sometimes we can pause. And I will say, I do this sometimes, is that I'll be like, I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to just, lay on the couch or lay out on my balcony. And then I lay there and my mind starts thinking everything I should be doing, like everything. And it's hard to get rest or to recharge if you're busy feeling either guilty or preoccupied with everything you feel like you should be doing, or anxious about the consequences of taking a break. Case in point, I'm an entrepreneur. I have a long list of things to do. And sometimes if I know I need to take a break just to rest because I'm tired, just the thought of everything I need to do or the consequences that I feel like I'm going to be behind if I take a break sometimes makes you not want to do it. So that's why I want to talk to you about this, because what's the key to getting rest and restoration and recharging, other than actually actively doing something to do it? Because even taking your butt to bed to get enough sleep, there's still an active element of being proactive of getting your butt in the bed. Is being unapologetic about it, being guilt-free about it, because it's not resting if you're busy being preoccupied, guilty, or anxious. Who feels rested after they've sat for 20 minutes feeling guilty? Who feels re-energized if they've tried to exercise but then totally feel guilty and weren't focused on their own healing? Who sleeps well if they're busy thinking about every single thing they need to do? So to me, one of the magic bullets with this, or the secret sauce, is not only being proactive and doing something to rest or restore, or to just pause and stop and take a break. It's being unapologetic about it, releasing yourself from that guilt, releasing yourself from that anxiety, releasing yourself from that worry, releasing yourself from that preoccupation of everything that you feel like you need to do. Because we all know what happens when we're tired or we're exhausted. You don't concentrate as well, which means you either make silly mistakes, or it takes longer to do something, or it may take longer to do things because you have to double and triple check it because you know you'll make mistakes. You may not feel as creative if you're having to draft things, make content, other things like that. You might not feel that creative to do the task, so it takes longer. So a lot of times we're not doing ourselves any favors by not getting rest or not slowing down, because our productivity goes down. And had we taken that break or done something to restore or recharge, we would have actually been more efficient when we got back to it. And yes, I hear you. When there is so much to do, it's easy to feel guilty resting. And that's why we're doing this, is because sometimes we need a little encouragement and reminders of things not to feel guilty about. There are plenty of things that go on. We're humans. We make mistakes. There are going to be a million things we're going to feel guilty about. There are a million things we'll be preoccupied about. But at some point, we have to start making choices for ourselves to help ourselves. So that's what I wanted to come in today and just speak to you briefly about, is be unapologetic with your rest. So quickly, if you know someone that needs this, please tag them. If you know someone that needs this, please share. Sharing is caring. If you're watching later, just put #replay. We aren't even in here that long, so you can even rewatch it again and catch what you missed. But it is so important to be unapologetic about your own healing. And I would challenge people to come out of this idea that focusing or taking care of yourself is selfish. It's not selfish. It's just taking care of yourself. You know, I feel like selfish has such a negative connotation, that to be actually valuing your body, your mind, your spirit, and taking care of your vessel, knowing you only get one, doesn't necessarily it's not selfish. Because the one thing is the better we take care of ourselves, number one, the longer we'll be on the planet to begin with. Because I ain't trying to die. I don't know about you. I ain't trying to die. The next is we're in a better place to serve others if we take care of ourselves. So, you know, I think it's so important to be unapologetic about this. Get it done, because when you pour back into yourself and you rest, you restore, you recharge, it puts you in a better place to be able to serve, to do all the tasks you need to do, to handle your work, to handle your personal, to have the energy to spiritually connect in, to be able to listen to your intuition, to be able to experience joy because you're not so tired to do it. I think it is huge. And also being unapologetic about it, it puts you also in a space of taking care of yourself, so that if things are at a level that these types of things aren't helpful because things are just too crappy, like you're either burned out or you're depressed or you're clinically anxious or something like that, that then you can be unapologetic about getting help. Because at the end of the day, we need to be unapologetic about taking care of ourselves. And that may be getting help. And that's also doing your things, your regular maintenance, going to get your physical. If you're women, going to get your PAPs and your mammograms, getting your colonoscopies, all that stuff. We need to be unapologetic about taking care of ourselves. So that's what I got for you today. Thank you so much for tuning in and spending this quality time with me. Please share, let folks know. I want folks to be able to be in a place to take care of themselves, because there's so much going on and there's so much pulling at our mental energy that we have to do what we can to reserve it. I want to send love and prayers out to everyone, because everyone is dealing with something. Again, I'm your host, Dr. Erica, double board certified psychiatrist and integrative lifestyle coach. I'm extremely passionate about helping people be better so they can do better and live better. I do that through my telepsychiatry, my books, and my speaking. I make mental health practical so that you can get that life that you deserve. And do me a favor. I just want you to have your usual prescription, call at least one person and tell them that you love them tonight. You got this. You can do this. The next thing is, if you need something and you've been feeling overwhelmed, do me a favor. Just go ahead and hop in. You see scrolling below us is overwhelmblueprint.com. I have a free ebook called The Overwhelm Solution Blueprint. It has practical tips and exercises in it. Get it. It's free. I'm pretty sure you'll feel a little bit better. The last thing is give yourself a big hug. You deserve it. I know we're still fighting the COVID, so we can't all be touching, but just give yourself a hug. It feels good to just love on yourself a little bit. So that's what I got for you today. I'll be back tomorrow for Growth Groove with Dr. Erica at 7. Just take care of yourself, send in some love. And then Wednesday, I won't be on this station. I'll actually be on IG Live with Wendy Tilford doing some really exciting stuff. So that's what I got for you. Please have a good night and sending out much love. Bye-bye.